guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time watching me, hi, my name is Janine, and today's video is going to be a chatty get ready with me, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about the reason why I joined the Navy. I didn't want to just do like a regular tutorial and not really talk about anything, so I figured a chatty get ready with me would be like a good place to start out. Plus, I took like a hiatus off of YouTube for a full year from the time that I went to boot camp to the time that I got to my C school. And so a lot has changed within that time if you were a previous subscriber. So I figured this would be like a good refresher, just like catch up video, if that makes sense. And if you're not interested and you just want to see the makeup look, this will be the final product. And I apologize if you see anything in the background, like I think my protein powder is like right there and there's just like stuff sitting in the background. I'm currently packing up right now because I'm going home for the holidays and then I'm moving to another state for another C school after being here in San Diego. So without further ado, let's get into it. I actually previously filmed an eye look, and so I'm going to use probably similar colors, but I'm going to do a different look just because with that video I didn't like how I did it. So this is going to be the Ring the Alarm Jacqueline palette. These are, I apologize that all the tutorials are with these palettes, like if you don't have them, but the only ones that I brought with me, because I didn't want to pack a bunch of stuff because I was only here in California for 2 months. So the only makeup I brought with me, I brought the Jaclyn Hill Vault collection, and then I brought like a Jovia's Place palette that I bought. So the first color I'm actually going to go in with is from the Bling Boss palette. It's the purple palette. I'm going to go in with this red though, because I like how deep and rich it is. So where to begin? I feel like last year was kind of a year of me like figuring out a lot of stuff about myself. I started like collecting crystals a couple years ago, but I started really researching crystals and manifestation and like meditation, all of that kind of stuff, which I won't really get into a lot in this video. If you guys want a video more about that kind of stuff, I'd be happy to make one. But long story short on that, I ended up getting really into manifesting things with crystals, and I should kind of start back a little bit more. I was going to college and I was in my 4th year of going to college, but I was also working 2 jobs and trying to move out on my own, so I wasn't close to a bachelor's yet. I was only like 3 classes past an associate's. So after 4 years, I got an associate's plus 3 classes, really. I was about to get an internship at a hospital because I wanted to go, my long-term plan is I want to get a doctorate in forensic psychology, and that's going to be a lot of schooling. And so I was going to get an internship because the only way I can get a good paying job is if you have experience. The only way to get experience is to either be be an intern, work for free, or somehow have a degree. But like, you see where that's going. Like, you need the degree to get the job, like full circle. You know. And so I was kind of just stuck in that cycle of trying to figure out school and work, because it got to the point where I wasn't making enough at the 2 jobs that I was working at, and to be able to move out on my own. And my friend and I, Michaela, we were going to get an apartment together, and I did the math for it, and the only way I would be able to afford the bills, like with working 2 jobs and going to school, I only had $20 left over at the end of each month after paying bills and rent and all of that stuff. And that's not practical at all. So I had to make a decision. It's either I'm going to stop going to school and I'm going to work 2 jobs so I can live on my own, and actively save money so I can go back to school, because I still wanted to go to school for another 7.5 years, 8 years, which is going to be costly. And I had to make the decision, am I going to stop going to school and then possibly lose all motivation, never end up going back to school and not having a degree? Because at the time I didn't know that I had an associate. I didn't know I had enough credits for an associate, so I thought I didn't have a degree at all. Neither job had like a full-time position where it was 40 hours. I could only work part-time, so I worked 2 part-time jobs. One job I worked usually between like 20 to 35 hours. Sometimes I'd work 40, but only during the holidays. The other job, when it was during the slow season, all of this was happening, so I was only working maybe 6 to 12 hours a week, and then I just decided to just go on call, that they would just call me if they needed a shift covered, because the slow season of one job was the busy season of the other, and so it would fluctuate throughout the like year and a half that I worked both jobs. It kind of fluctuated on which one I worked at more. So it was never a like solid income. I didn't have like benefits or health insurance or like anything with either of the jobs. And I was going to school for free at the time because I had a scholarship. And so I was almost done. Like my scholarship was almost up. And so I was gonna have to figure out like, okay, well, am I going to continue school? Because I'm gonna need to pay for it. How am I gonna pay for it if I want to live on my own? But for my mental health, I needed to live on my own. I no longer wanted to live in the home that I was living in. I'm not gonna get into all of that, but I moved out of my mom's house when I was 17. I moved in with my grandparents, and then I no longer wanted to live with my grandparents, and now I'm here. And basically I just knew that I needed to live either completely by myself or with a roommate. I'm not going to go back and forth between these two in the ring the alarm palette and just deepen up the crease and a little bit with this one. So I couldn't decide because I didn't want to stop going to school. I've always loved school ever since I was little. I have wanted to go to school for a very long time, ever since I was little. Like I've wanted to go for like higher education, and then I also wanted to be a teacher because I never wanted to leave school. I wanted to become a teacher just so I could continue going to school to become a teacher and then teach in a school. Obsessed with school, as you can see. And so I was afraid of doing that because I wasn't sure like how life works. Like I know that a lot of people don't end up going back to school if they like take a year off and stuff like that. But then I came to the decision that, well, I came to sort of a decision. I was leaning more towards, I should say, taking 5 years off of school, working and starting a savings account to be able to pay for college, where I would work for 5 years. And I started looking for jobs all in the field that I wanted to go into. So I got an associate in criminal justice, and then I wanted to do criminal justice with a minor in psychology. And so I was looking for jobs kind of in that realm for quite a while, trying to figure out what kind of jobs are out there, how much do they pay, is this possible, how long would I have to work to be able to save up enough money to then go to school after, because I don't want loans. I have never gotten out a loan. I don't plan on it. I don't like loans. They freak me out. Like I might have to get a loan for a house one day or something, but that's about it. I'm not gonna get a loan for really anything else. And so after looking into that, I was kind of leaning more towards that, and I decided, you know what, this is when I started getting really into like crystals and manifestation. Like I'm gonna figure out what I need to do, like something's gonna happen, whatever I choose is going to be right for me. I just don't know what to choose, because I had a belief in no matter what I chose, if I chose to quit college, if I chose to stop working, and taking out loans. Like no matter what I chose, I was going to do it to the best of my ability and I was going to succeed no matter what happened. It was just deciding what I wanted to do and what I would be the happiest doing, because I've always been one of those people that, like, if you hand me lemons, I'm gonna work my damnedest to make some lemonade out of it. Even if I don't have sugar, I'm gonna find something else to use until it kills me. I'm going to work as hard as I can to get the thing done that is put in front of me, whether I put it in front of myself or if someone else puts it there. And so I want to make sure that no matter what I chose, I would still be happy doing it. Because I know that I've always been happy in school, but I wasn't sure if I'd be happy just working and not going to school and stuff like that. And so I took out a notebook and I made a list of everything I wanted in my dream career and in my dream life. When I see myself in like 5-10 years, what I see, what I want, what I will have. And I made a list of everything that I wanted. And I put all of my crystals on the notebook and I put it in front of my window so it could like charge in the moon and charge in the sun and blah blah blah. Fast forward 1 week. I'm walking in Walmart with my grandma and my grandma sees two people in uniform. I have no idea that they're in the Navy because I didn't know that, like, I assumed they were in the Navy, just like their uniforms. I didn't know uniforms at the time. I had no plan on ever joining the military. My grandpa was a Marine and my grandma on my dad's side was in the Army. I never thought of joining the military, wasn't anywhere on the plan, never considered it to be an option, never looked into it, just I didn't think it was ever gonna happen. And so my grandma walked up to these people in uniform and she's just like, thank you so much for your service and like all of this stuff, and I just like walk over awkwardly because I hate talking to people. I hate talking to people I don't know. I hate talking to people in public. Just the thought of it makes me cringe. I don't like it. I'm just gonna like stand over here and stare at my phone and avoid eye contact. And so that's what I did. And so my grandma started up a conversation with them and then they walked over to where I was standing. And I was just like, oh God, they're gonna talk to me. Why are they gonna talk to me? I don't wanna talk to anyone. And one of them was just like, hey, have you ever thought about joining the Navy? And I was like, no. And he was just like, okay, well, how about you just come in tomorrow and just take the test? You can just see, like, it could be an option. Just see how you do. And just go from there. If you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it, and you just leave, and then you just took the test, just cut. And I was like, okay. Because I hate saying no to people, especially people I don't know. Like, if a stranger comes up and asks me for directions, I'm gonna give them directions, unless like I honestly don't know where it is. But then I will feel so apologetic, like, I'm so sorry, I don't know where that is, let me look it up for you. I will stand there and Google up directions step by step for them because I don't want to inconvenience someone else, even though they're the one that came up to me to talk to me. I just do that. And so I didn't want to say no. I was afraid to say no, and I was just like, okay. And so he gave me a business card and he was just like, okay, come in tomorrow. Like, call me later. Let me know what time that you want to come in. Because I told him I needed to check my work schedule. And so he's like, okay, that's fine. Like, just go home, check your work schedule, and then let me know what time that you want to come in. I was like, okay. I'm gonna add a little black from this. I'm just using all of the palettes at this point. Okay. Back to the story. So it got to the point that I was just like, okay, I checked my work schedule, I called back and I was like, I can be there tomorrow at noon. And he's like, tomorrow at noon it is. He's like, okay, thanks, bye. So I go into the Navy recruiting office tomorrow at noon, or like the next day at noon. And then took the ASVAB, scored pretty well on it, and they were just like, you could get any job except for nuke, and I think something in the medical. I think it might have been corpsing, I don't know. Something medical. And And I was like, well, I don't want to do something medical, and I don't want to be anything with nuclear anything. So I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, with that score, like whenever you take the, because it was just like a practice test. He's like, when you take the official, you'll be able to get any job that you want. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, that's awesome. And he was like, yeah, so go ahead and go home and like do some research, figure out if this is like what you want to do, look into it, and then call me back in a couple of days and let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to like sign up. And I was like, okay, like cool, I'll call you back in a couple days. And so I go home that night. So I did more research. I got on the computer, looked up all the different jobs and everything. And I was like, I don't know, like, sure, this looks like, sure, great. And then oh yeah, in the recruiting office, he also talked about the fact that like when you sign up, you get 4 years free college. And like basically the overall perks that kind of everyone goes about that I had just never thought of. There's like, you get health insurance, you'll get to travel, you'll get 4 years of free college if you sign up for like the full 4-year term. If you do any school while you're in, it's free, and all of this kind of stuff. And I was like, okay, and like that all sounded really good. And I was like, well, what's the catch? And so I still wanted to do my research. Went home, I researched for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I walk upstairs and I walk past my windowsill, and that's where I have my notebook out that had all my manifestation crystals and stuff on it. And I look at it, and so I'm like, you know what? Let me see. And so I pull it out. And I had little boxes next to each thing on the list of everything that I wanted in a career, everything I saw in my life in the next 5 to 10 years, everything that I wanted, everything that I wanted to bring into my life. And I just go down the list. And I just think, if I join the Navy, will this happen? Check, 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 check. All the way down the list of like 15 things. Checked every single box. And then I tried to think real hard. I was like, is there anything else I can think of that I want so bad that I wouldn't be able to have if I joined? And at the time I was like talking to this guy, and we were very confusing and complicated. And so I was like, the only thing semi-iffy would be like a relationship with him. So no, not really. I don't see a con at all. Don't see one. I get to travel, I get college, the things on my list. I might try to find it whenever I get home, and I'll show it in like one of my Vlogmas videos. But like the major ones is I wanted a job where I could be fit and healthy. I get to travel. I'll make enough money to support myself and also save. I'll be able to afford to go to school, benefits, health insurance. I'll be able to move out on my own, live on my own, be independent. I'll be able to help people. That was like one of the ones I had like a star next to, because I feel like my purpose in life is that I want to just help people in any way that I can, and I want my life to like mean something in the sense that it benefits other people. But I just know that I want to make a difference. I want to help people. And what else is on the list? I remember those are like the main ones. But like I said, I'll try to find it, and I'll probably like put it in one of my Vlogmas videos. I'm not gonna go in and cut my crease because that sounds fun. And so that made up my decision, but I was still wanting to talk to other people. And so I talked to the guy that I was like kind of seeing, kind of not, and he was just like, oh my god, that's an amazing idea, like you should totally do it, you do amazing, that's so cool, that's awesome. And I was like, okay, well, since you were my only like semi-ish con to joining here's my answer, like I'm going. And so I told my mom, and she went with me, and I went back to the recruiter. I was just like, sign me up, dude. I'm in for it. Why did I use that brush? That's not the brush I wanted to use. And here I am. 1 year later, I signed a year and a half ago, about. Now I am a 3rd class petty officer. I'm on to my 2nd command at my 3rd school. And I've made so many memories, so many friends. Like, I didn't really think about like making friends. And also everyone says that like, oh, you're gonna make the friends that last a lifetime, like in boot camp. Like, there were only like 3 people I liked in boot camp, and we all like talk, but we're not super close. But the roommates that I had in Illinois, the like 3rd group of roommates, I had a lot of roommates that would just like come in, leave after 2 weeks, because I was one of the people that was there for the longest amount of time. But me, King, and Visser, shout out to you guys. I love you guys. I miss you. We got super close. And me and Elena, we got super close. And Nick and Bern. And there are so many people that I just became super close with. And it's insane. I never thought that like that would be something. Like, I'm not one of those people, I'm not good at going out and making friends. I don't like going out and talking to people. Like, I've been here in California for 2 months now, and I just made a friend last week. My first friend. I just made my first friend here last week. And I leave next week. Yeah, you end up making a lot of good friends here, and then you kind of just have to leave them. But it's also refreshing because you get to go new places all the time. And I'm gonna do another video that's more in depth, like what was boot camp like, make another one. Like, I'm gonna have a whole like Navy series, and then so if people care about the Navy side of stuff, then they can watch it. If they care more about like, the lifestyle side of stuff, they can watch the other videos, because I want this to be like a one-stop shop channel where I can just do everything that I'm passionate about all in one place, because I love makeup and fashion and fitness, eating healthy, reading, astrology, psychology, all the ologies except for biology. And like chemistry is neology, but like I'm not a big that kind of science person. Like, I'm not a physical science person, I'm more of like a mental science person, I guess. That makes sense. But I'm gonna finish up this look real quick so we can get to the outro, since that's kind of it for the story. I'm gonna go in with the white from this palette and the silver from this one, and be right back. I'm back. I just realized at no point did I zoom you in to look at the eyeshadow. I guess the premise of this was a chatty get ready with me, not really a tutorial, so I didn't really need to zoom in on the eyes, but I'm gonna zoom you in real quick so you can see what it looked like better. So this is the final look, using basically all of the Vault collection, and then Bohemian Anastasia lipstick. But I really like this look. It's like a berry Christmas cut crease silver thing. I don't know what to call it. But to finish off this video, I would just like to say I don't regret joining. Right now I am still in school, and I will finish my Navy schooling on the 13th of May, I believe. And that's when I will officially be done with school, on a ship. But so far, so good. It's very hard. Not all of it is this, me living in a hotel room. The reason I had to take a break for a year was because I had like 9 hours of schooling, hours of watch. I'd be up until 2 o'clock in the morning, go to sleep, wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do it all over again. Like, it's a lot, it's draining, it's hard work, but it is so rewarding. But though it is all pretty draining physically, emotionally, mentally, every aspect, it's still very rewarding, at least so far. Not that much in the pay, working on that, but other than that, the fact that I checked everything off of my dream career can't be that bad. So thank you guys for watching this video and for listening through that whole ramble about why I joined the Navy. If any of you are thinking about joining, leave a comment down below why you want to join. I hope you guys like this makeup look if you don't care about the military. And this is going to be a Monday video in Vlogmas. I almost said Youtober. That's October. But for Vlogmas. So like this video if you like it. Leave a comment down below letting me know. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell so you know when I upload, since I will be uploading almost daily all throughout the month of December up until Christmas. And don't miss those videos. If you want to see my like manifestation list, it will be in one of those Vlogmases, so you have to stick around and keep an eye out for it. And other than that, I hope you guys like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!